Official end of the summer season, so that means flu season is getting close. We just saw that flu vaccine clinic here in our area last week. And this morning, Erie News Now's Megan Selensky sits down with our contributor, Dr. Becky Dawson, to find out exactly what we need to do to protect our families this flu season.
Well, Dr. Dawson, that back to school and Labor Day are kind of some of those telltale signs that summer is coming to an end and we are heading into the fall season. But one of those other things we think about with fall is flu season and vaccines. And that's why I'm bringing you on here this morning. Can you talk to me a little bit about what we should be doing as we head into fall?
Well, I think the first thing is just recognize that, the weather changing, everyone going back to school and kind of congregating inside is going to lead to disease spread. And so, as we think about fall, we should also be thinking about cold, flu, RSV, COVID season. I don't know how you put that all together in one word, but it's the season where respiratory viruses are going to spread from person to person.
Are we seeing an uptick in any of those? Flu, COVID, RSV, as you said, there's a bunch of them. What are we seeing now as we head into fall?
So at the current moment, the only thing that really is on the uptick is COVID-19. So we are seeing an uptick in the amount of COVID in our sewage water and then also in hospitalizations for COVID. There is basically zero hospitalizations for RSV and flu right now. And honestly, it's a little early to start counting cases. So COVID's on the uptick, but everything else we're still waiting.
So I know it's a little early to be counting those cases, but it's not too early to try to protect ourselves. How should we do that as we head into the fall?
So there are a lot of vaccines that are available to folks. Right now, we should be getting those influenza vaccines very soon. Recommended that you get those, in September. We are expecting, just like last year, for flu season to start a little earlier. It did in the Southern Hemisphere. This year, we're expecting it here in the Northern Hemisphere. If you are 65 and older, if you are an infant or you have an infant, or if you are a pregnant person, you also have the ability to get a vaccine or a monoclonal antibody treatment to prevent RSV, which is new and super exciting. And then we're still waiting on COVID. So the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices is meeting on September 12th. So we have about 2 weeks before we know who is going to be eligible for those new COVID vaccines.